in Skyrim, for anyone who's ever gotten stuck on the Blood on the Ice quest, where you can't talk to anybody anymore because no one has any more dialogue options, or all the quest markers have disappeared, or you're just completely lost, or you wanted the Necromancer's Amulet and no one seems to have it, you can't find it, or you bought the Windhelm house, Hjerim or Hjerim, however you say it, and you paid to have all the crap removed out of the enchanting room, and it's still there, and you can't get rid of it. Whatever the bug or the glitch may be, this video's for you, okay? This is a foolproof method to get through this quest, get all of your rewards, and run into no bugs or glitches. Alright? Now, when you first walk up, this guard will hijack you, and she'll say, watch out, you know, young ladies are getting killed. And you'll ask if you can help, and she'll say, well, you're welcome to question all the bystanders, which I'm doing right here. And, of course, they haven't seen anything, and so I talk to the guard again, and I let her know they're just as useless as you thought they were. And you ask her if you can help, and she says if you want to, you need to talk to the steward. So that's our clue on where to go next. So from here, we'll head up to the keep, go find the Jarl's steward, and let him know that we've heard about the murders. Okay? Is there anything we can do to help? And he'll say, yeah, and the guards will be at your disposal, and they won't do a thing for you. But this will update the quest. Alright? You'll see it scroll up there at the top. And then from here, we'll head back to the crime scene and go let the guard know that we have permission. Alright, so guard, then the steward, then back to the guard again. And she says the first thing you can do is go talk to the lady in the Hall of the Dead, who was standing by a minute ago, but now she's in here tending to the body. Alright, and if you have the quest active, there will be an arrow over her head, which will make her a lot easier to find in this place. It can be kind of a maze. Once you find her, go through all the dialogue with her. Doesn't too much matter what you say to this lady. She's not really of any help to you at all. But once you have run through all the dialogue, it will update the quest again. And you'll see it scroll at the top, sound like a book closed. And we can get out of here. All right, we won't need to talk to her again. What we do is we leave the Hall of the Dead, go right back to the crime scene. We don't need to talk to the guard again. From here, we need to follow this blood trail. Up these stairs and to the right, and down to the end of the street. All right, and this last house on the left, which is eventually the house that you can buy, once you walk up to the front door, it should, once again, update the quest. All right, now the game would have you go through this long drawn-out thing to get a key for this house, which involves other NPCs. Forget that. Just pick the lock, go inside. Yes, it's fine. Just pick the lock, go inside. All right? There's a lot of clues in here, like rat droppings and stuff. Don't worry about those. First, go over here to this chest. To the left. All right? And inside, you will find some pamphlets. Beware of the butcher, and you will find the butcher's first journal. This is your first clue. If you leave now, you're going to run into trouble. What you need to do after this is go back here between these two wardrobes, and there's this shelf. And it will say investigate, and when you do, it'll give you a hint that there's a misshapen pile of papers. Look carefully at the papers, or take them all, and it will reveal an amulet, all right? You're going to need that, okay? Now, I searched this wardrobe for a couple pieces of gold because I'm a cockroach like that. But in this other wardrobe, you have a false back panel. And this is a secret door, all right? And we also have a follower that just will not get out of our way. Okay, you need to stand over there. Thank you. All right. So you remove this back panel, and it reveals a secret room, and anyone who's run into this bug is familiar with this mess that won't leave. Okay, well, we can get around that. All right, so we investigate this altar. Make sure you take this second journal. We're going to need this. You're going to need to have it in your inventory. It's also a good keepsake, but most importantly, have it now before you leave the house. All right, once you have both the journals, and, wow, a follower that just will not move. Okay, you're free to leave. Both journals and the amulet. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay, and now that we have clues, we're going to go back to the steward. Hey, I found something. So I'm going to super sprint back up to the keep. You like this? Video editing. Gotta love fast forward. I wish I could sprint like this all the time. All right, so go in here, let the steward know, hey, I found the goods. You'll see there's an arrow over his head. And this is going to open up 2 dialogue options with 2 different people. The first one has to do with the butcher and that lady Viola, whose stolen ring you returned earlier if you did that little quest for the pawn shop. All right, and then he'll also have you go talk to Calixto. All right, so that tells you specifically who you need to go talk to. Talk to Viola first. Very, very important. Talk to Viola first. She will have an arrow over her head. All right? And run through your dialogue. And she's going to tell you you need to go tell the steward that Windhelm or Wolfirth, whatever the court wizard, he must be the murderer. Okay, well, don't do that. If you do that from here, you're going to run into problems. No, just run through your dialogue with Viola, all right? And once you leave her, here comes the tricky part, is this is where the quest markers kind of disappear for a second, other than the steward. Finding Calixto can be a pain in the butt. He's usually in his shop, but a lot of times it says it's locked, and you don't want to go in there trespassing. So what I did in this case was I waited until the morning, around 9 a.m. in the morning, and you see the doors activate. That means he's gone inside from wherever he was, probably stalking in somebody or something. Anyway, I come in here, and I talk to him, and I make a deal with him for the amulet. If you want the Necromancer's amulet, you have to do this, but you have to talk to Calixto second. Okay, so make a deal with him, get some free gold, all right? It's win-win for you, all right? And from here, go back to the keep, but do not go talk to the steward. Take your first left, all right? And go upstairs. When you get to the top of the stairs, take another left and go down to the wizard's little enchanting lab or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and you get to meet him. Okay, and you get to let him know, oh, I found one of your journals. And he's going to say, well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so you go through the dialogue with him, and what he's going to let you know is he's aware that that amulet that you had was the quote-unquote Necromancer's amulet, but you no longer have it in your possession. It's somewhere else. Guess what? It has now become the Necromancer amulet. It's just up to you now to go get it. All right, assuming you followed this so far, you will be able to get it. All right, so we finished the dialogue with him, and he gives us a place and a time to go.
Now that we know they're tied into some sort of necromantic ritual, let's see. Keep watching the
Stone Quarter. Okay, what does that mean? Marketplace, all right? So what we'll do is we'll leave him, and we'll go down by the front of the inn, okay, good ways away from the marketplace, and go ahead and wait till nightfall. 9 or 10 o'clock is fine. That works. Okay, anytime after dark probably is good enough. Okay? I'm right here by the front gate of Windhelm, by the way. Okay? And what I will do is I will head down here to where the blacksmith and the market stalls are. And regardless if anyone's here or not, you will see this little scene take place. If you follow this up to this point, you will see the murderer about to take another victim, all right? And guess who it is? Lo and behold, there's Calixto, all right? So we give Calixto his comeuppance and search his body, and voila! What do we get? Not only a key to his little curiosity shop, but the Necromancer's amulet. And there's what it's worth, and there's the stats, and it looks very cool. And he'll usually have another magic item or two, random, on him. All right, and we take that. And with the news, we go back to the steward, and he basically lets us know that the guards are going to love us long time, and that we're in good standing, and this counts as another favor done for the people of Windhelm, and that's it. That is a case solved, quest closed, and when you do buy the house, your Enchanting Lab will be clean and free of junk, and you are good to go. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe, and I will catch y'all later.